So this part is about some APIs we frequently use for the thread. 4 parts. First one is about the creation. And then it's the thread completion. And we have some API for the condition variables and the locks. Let's start with the first one, creation. So in POSIX, we use this format to create a thread. There are 4 arguments. First is the thread. This is a pointer to the structure of this thread type, and we use this structure to interact with this thread. So we need to pass it to initialize it. And about ATTR, that's the attributes of the thread. It has some attributes like the stack size and scheduling priority. And the start routine, it's a function for the thread should run. And for the void star, it'll give the function pointer. And the arguments, there are 2 examples for this format. Like we can pass the void star to the use the void star data type for the start routine, and use int for the argument. And also we can use the int for the start routine and use void star for the arg. So void star is a generic pointer type. Once the thread is created, then it can simply cast these arguments to a different format or different type. For example, here in the code, in the main code, we create a thread with this format, and we use the void star. And in the thread function, we can cast this void argument to a different type, for example, to int here. So this is about the void star importance. Next part is about thread completion. And this is the format for the thread completion. We use the pthread join. It's not complete or finished, it's the join. And the 2 arguments here, thread and void. And this thread, the first one, the thread, it means which thread we should wait for. And it's what you pass into the thread library during the creation. And for the void, it returns the expected value, and the void it's a void pointer, not an actual value, because a lot of pointers in C. And once the thread is finished, the main thread, it's been waiting there inside the join, and then returns. So the whole procedure is like this. This is the main thread, then create a child thread. After the child thread is finished, it return, and then use the join to finish them. And so the join is more like a synchronization function. It's similar concept with the fork and the wait PID or wait in the process. So similar. The main process ongoing, and you create a child process, and when the child process finished, when we use the wait or wait PID process to synchronize them. So this is the example for the thread completion. So first we create a thread, then use a join to finish it. And we can just pass some null values to create the thread with no arguments. And we can also pass null to the pthread join if we don't want any return values. And of course, we can pass only one data type to the thread if we just have this only data type. And we never return a pointer, which refers to something that allocated on the thread's call stack. For example, the variable r is located on the stack of my thread, and it will be deallocated during the return statement because it's finished. It will be deallocated. And rather than calling the join function after the create, and we can wrap them up into one function, because they are together, so we can combine them into one function.